Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides, and I am here at the monthly Motorsports by Reeves gathering here in Tampa, Florida, and I have a very special Audi for you. I have a 2018 Audi RS3. Before we get into this one, I definitely want to thank Eli, everybody here at Reeves, for allowing Raiti's Rides to get full access to these cars that they have on display. These are cars that they have for sale that are part of the show, but they allow Raiti's Rides to have full access to them because they know that these are the cars that my viewers want to see. But anyways, RS models. When it comes to RS models in Audi, they kind of go together like peanut butter and jelly. RS is going to be that extra performance that Audi has learned through road racing, through rallying, through all those different years and generations of different cars. And what they have done is they've taken their Audi A3 and pumped it full of steroids and trickery that makes it a top performer. Underneath the hood, believe it or not, is a 5-cylinder turbocharged engine. Yes, you heard that right, a 5-cylinder engine. I know a lot of times you hear 6, 8, 12, 10, 4. This has a 5-cylinder mated with all-wheel drive. So you're gonna get 0 to 60 times that would rival a Corvette, if you could believe that. Let's go ahead and check out the front of the RS3. This thing looks sinister in black. I love the direction Audi's going with the open grille. They're really the originators of the open grille. There's our 4 rings. These 4 rings stand for the 4 separate companies that existed, German car companies, until after World War I. They unified because of that World Depression, and that's what brings us to Audi. There's our Quattro. Every time you see that Italian word Quattro, all-wheel drive, I really just love the aggressiveness of this car. I love how Audi has taken the LED lights to a new level. Very small housings, very bright lights, really makes the car look super angry. You have fully functional vents on the side. That's going to help bring air to cool all sorts of engine coolers, diff coolers, the whole 9 yards, gearbox coolers. Remember, this has a DSG transmission, so that's going to give you that dual clutch setup. You shift with paddles. There's no manual available in the United States for this RS3. Let's go ahead and check out the side of this car. Because of it being an RS3, you have a totally different front bumper. As we work our way down, these are RS3 specific wheels. Look at that huge caliper there. This is going to be something that's going to brake and brake and brake over and over again, stop you to where you are going to get that reliability of brake performance. I love the rotors, huge rotors. They got aluminum hats. They're cross-drilled and fully ventilated. That's going to help cut down on rotating mass, and it's also going to help cool those brakes every time and be consistent. I love the body line. I don't know if Tom could show you. I know it's a black car, but I like this body line crease that they put in the fender. Really sets it off from your standard A3. Let's go ahead and check down the side of the car. A3s have just a very classy, compact feel because remember, this is their most compact car, 4-door wise. Obviously a TT is going to be smaller. Let's go ahead and work our way down the back. I like what they're doing with the rear fenders. You can see here, very masculine, aggressive look. And then out back is really one of my favorites. I like how Audi puts this trunk deck lid spoiler on the back. And I love what Audi does with their diffusers. Very functional, very aggressive looking, and then you have that dual exhaust outlet. The sound of this inline 5 is just sick sounding, and there's nothing else that sounds like it on the market. I don't know about you, let's go ahead and check out underneath the hood and see that 5-cylinder. Let's go check it out. All right guys, here we are underneath the hood of this Audi RS3. That's a 2.5 liter inline 5-cylinder turbocharged engine with all-wheel drive. You are looking, like I said, at performance that would rival a Corvette, a Porsche, Cayman. This is no joke. This is Audi taking everything that they've learned through endurance racing, road racing, and rallying and throwing it into their models. You could see how Audi does a phenomenal job with placement of their engine. I like the way they bring the RS badge. There's our Audi 4 rings, and I like a little bit of color underneath the hood to separate it from your standard A3 or even S3, because remember, you do have 3 options. You have an A3 and S3, which is going to be the next level, and then this is if you want everything, including the kitchen sink, you get yourself an RS model. Engine compartment's awesome. Let's go check out where you're going to be sitting behind the wheel of this car. Let's go check it out. All right guys, we're sitting inside this RS3. I love, love, love the interiors of Audis. Check out these seats. The leather is just such a nice quality. I like the stitching, the RS embossed logo on the back here, and it's a one-piece back. I think when a performance seat is one piece, it just, I don't know, it just has a really, really sexy look to it. Really simplicity inside, and I think that's like a German quality, is just simplicity. I like the carbon fiber touches. This is real carbon fiber. I love the metal trim around the AC vents, and you can see you just have your dual climate controls here. I think the only other interior I like better that's Audi is going to be the TTRS, or just your standard TT. It's even more simplistic than this one, but I like the way they brought some of the aluminum around the shifter. Remember, this is that dual clutch setup. It has Alcantara around the shift knob, and you're going to use these paddles. If there's ever going to be a zonk, it's going to be these paddles. They're very, very cheap feeling, and they're very small, and they're attached to the wheel, which a lot of times if you're doing track days, that's always like a big no-no, but you know, it is what it is. Alcantara wrapped steering wheel with leather. Very, very nicely done. I could spend all day in this car. That's how nice the interior is, and that's how comfortable it is. It gives you enough grip to where you could do your turns and go to autocross events or whatnot, but you could also drive it each and every day. Let's go ahead and take a look behind the steering wheel here. All right, guys, check out behind the steering wheel. This is where you're going to be spending all your time. I love the RS badge. Check out the digital display. I really like the direction that Audi is taking the digital displays. There's your tachometer right there in the middle. You could actually put your full navigation up on that screen and everything. Very, very nice touches. Look at the quality even down low. You have a nice aluminum light up sill panels. You have aluminum pedals down here. The only thing that it's missing for me is that third pedal, the clutch pedal. I would prefer to have this in a manual, but I know, trust me, you guys have told me 1,000 times, this thing will shift quicker than the human arm, and I got that, but I just like options. So if Audi would just give us the option, no cost option, that would be wonderful. But hey, still at the end of the day, I'd be happy to take this RS3 out onto a track or just drive it on a regular basis. Let's go ahead and do the wrap up. All right, guys, it's been one hell of a day here at Motorsports by Reeves. I want to thank Eli and everybody here at Reeves for allowing Raitis Rides that full access. You can see that Audi is really stepping up to the plate. They told us that they were going to bring more RS models, and they are, and definitely this RS3 is no slouch. You have the four-door usability, and you have that glorious inline 5 turbocharged engine and all-wheel drive. How can anybody ask for anything other than that? But anyways, I want to give a big, huge shout out to Tom, my camera guy, for getting these awesome shots. If you have not hit subscribe, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button.